Alright, so I'm gonna be analyzing Glade and Vestigial Library from now on. So when you spawn into Tristesse, you'll see the 7 extra whole nodes, areas, whatever you like to call them. But crossing here, you'll see a big circle and 2 gates. One of them is Glade, and the other is Vestigial Library. The more important one is Vestigial Library, but I want to analyze Glade first. We open up with this quote that states, "There are wounds that never show in the body that are deeper and more hurtful than anything that bleeds," by Laurel K. Hamilton. That quote is very important to the entire story, because from what we know, it's about a protagonist that is in love with someone, but is also struggling with some sort of mental issues. We can't infer much of these, but stay is probably referring to, like, please stay with me, like asking the protagonist to stay with them. Clock is ticking 12, nothing important about that. By swimming, you get teleported to this area. That is a really depressing note right there. So the protagonist is obviously trying to take care of a lover or something. Every single paper in the house says the exact same thing. Oh, yep, there's the white figure that we've seen. FF7BFC, whatever the code was, that translates to a specific shade of pink in hex color code. Once you get that, it says find the well. The well is right outside here. So now we know that one of the protagonist's his name's Tristy. We don't know what he is referring to. This is most definitely referring to, like, Tristy is probably writing as a form of escapism, and it's actually hurting him in the long run. So I'll go left first. This is just referring that he just won't stop. Like, he won't stop working on the thing he's writing, and it's hurting him. We see the white figures in forms of statues, also a bee, which is the Bailey in Detective Bailey, the creator of these games. In the Halls to Nowhere, there's a push for revolution. The new author makes no argument against it. That phrase is really difficult to interpret. The way I grasp this is, in the Halls to Nowhere, this means, like, in a road to emptiness, there's a motivation to change. The new author, like a new person that wants to help the person in the road try to change, makes no argument against it. Like, the new author is trying to help the previous author to help grow. This timeline continues to crumble. The field of lies and dreams, grown and cultivated by a broken heart. Abi nemina salutato. I'll translate the Latin after the general analysis. But A field of lies and dreams cultivated by a broken heart. That is, again, probably in reference to what the protagonist is writing about as a form of escapism. Seems to be a draft for some sort of reality. Again, referencing that. This is for you. And behind here's a paper. You can't fix everything. The final code is, it's in Vestigial Library. There's a paper under this door that says Vestigial Code. It's B06500. You've worked tirelessly to fix everything. You don't have to do this alone. Help me help you, Christy. So, that's pretty much all. There's more that I will show right now. So if we go through this door, there's a book right here that will teleport us. There's nothing on this island, just a bunch of pencils, except for the same prescription pill that we could see. So much work. Too many distractions. No more distractions. That's probably the voice of Tristy talking. Like, that he's lost it, and he just doesn't want to be distracted anymore with the writing process. Behind the house, which is right here, there is a piece of paper that just shows the two boys holding hands. The line on this wall, Mortem sibi on sucer, translates to realize one's death. Abit ne mine salutato translates to he left without greeting anyone. The badges. A photo by the sea. What did it mean to me? This is probably a photo taken by the protagonist. Well, the person trying to talk to the protagonist. Message received. Life's not what it's meant to be. Life is not what it meant to be. I genuinely don't know how to interpret this. Drafted proposal. Writing is rewriting. When writers do mistakes, they most often just delete everything that they wrote. Well, that's what I do, because when you revise stuff, you just realize that, wow, you just make everything better. A push for hope, exactly how I described it. These vestigial voices haunt my dreams. Someone is most likely speaking to him. And not in a good way. So that concludes Glade. What we could grasp from it is there is very clear themes of suicide in there. And it's probably the perspective of the protagonist's partner talking to him, and we're just recollecting those dreams, if you get what I mean. I already explained it, but I'm just restating it. Now, Vestigial Library is an interesting one because you get way more stuff. I suggest saving it for last, because if you get into it first, then it kind of like ruins the whole suspense, the whole tension, I'd say so. But yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, here we go. The Vestigial Library. You get a lot of story in here. This part is going to be very long, so just keep in mind. These black things, they mirror the past actions of what players did before. And the rain continued to pour down on the two boys. They rushed underneath the overhanging roof of a nearby cafe, for they were completely soaked. Redacted shivered fervently. Redacted absent-mindedly held Redacted close to preserve their shared warmth. Redacted felt safe in Redacted's embrace, a feeling he cherished beyond anything else. That is referring to the couple that we've seen. Redacted? Yeah. What do you see yourself becoming in the future? What do you mean by that? Well, like, are you gonna be like a chef or something? I'm not sure myself. What about you? I want to be a detective. So, by these books, we're probably looking at recollections of their memories, if it wasn't already obvious. Redacted lets out a long, drawn-out groan. But like, what do we want out of our lives? I mean, I want to be rich, Redacted jokingly remarks as he idly caresses Redacted's hair. But like, we're literally doing nothing wrong right now. What are we gonna tell our kids when they ask what we did as kids for fun? I don't think sitting around the sun is a particularly exciting response. Oh, our kids? Yeah, dude, like when you get married to that one froyo girl you always make passes out and have a ton of babies. Redacted sighs. Uh-oh, yeah. No, she's not really my type. We're just cool, that's all. You never tell me about any girls you like. I'm not really into anyone right now. I see. Gay! And his heart pounds at the thought, just like every time he thinks about that, being with another boy. There's so many people who could hate him for that, and it makes him so nervous. Oh, so he is gay. Awesome. Rise and fall. The silence of the humid summer day was only disturbed by the gentle noise of Redacted's breathing. He was asleep, his head in Redacted's lap. Redacted silently ran his fingers through Redacted's soft black hair. The gentleness of Redacted's hair against Redacted's skin only made him fall more in love with the other boy. This tranquility, this peace, a place where Redacted felt safe and secure was something Redacted was willing to die to protect. So that is all for... Wait, there's something down here. Is it possible to miss something you never had? So that could hint that the relationship was never there in the first place. May I have this dance? Redacted asks, holding out a hand to Redacted. Redacted smiles. Dude, it's raining so hard. So what? Redacted scoffs. A little bit of rain never stopped us. Shut up, you flirt. Redacted jabs back, eliciting a mad red blush on Redacted's face. Before he could take his hand back, Redacted stands up and grasps it. Let's dance then, idiot. Redacted lets out an exuberant chuckle, and both metaphorically, quite literally, sweeps Redacted off his feet. Down. Okay. Tristy, I love you. That's all these papers say. And again, you can see the white figures on the wall. The mirrors show a lot of story. You look into the mirror and you see two boys walking along a beach boardwalk. Now we know something. The protagonist, the second protagonist, his name's Rin, and the other one's name is Tristy. And we also get to see their visual appearances. There's a Starbucks around the corner if you want to sit down. I'm fine, thanks. You really don't have to coddle me all the time. I'm fine, really. I like coddling you, though. Of course you do. Oh, there's a spot. Tristy runs into the sand and puts down a long beach towel on the ground. Ren follows behind. I'm gonna go to Starbucks now and get her stuff. Alright. Ren runs off to fetch their drinks. Tristy sighs and sits down on the beach towel. The weather is nice here. The skies are clear and calming Alice blue, and the sounds of the waves and people seem to melt into a calming white noise. Tristy feels himself drift off. Ren returns into a half-asleep Tristy. He presses the cold drink against Tristy's half-lucid face. Here. Oh, thanks. Ren sits down next to Tristy, staring wistfully at the water. I thought you were gonna swim. I don't feel like taking my coat off. What? Want to see me shirtless? I really don't. Yeah, I figured. Ha. They stay this way for a while. Tristy rests his eyes for a bit. Tristy, Tristy, Tristy! Huh, what? Here. Rin holds out an orange shell to Tristy. Huh? It's for you. Shell. I'm not a girl, dude. So, I can't give my best friend a shell? Fine, I'll take it. Rin passes the shell to Tristy, who places it into his bag. Rin sits down next to Tristy. This is nice. Tristy leans over to rest his head on Rin's shoulder. Rin reaches out to grab Tristy's hand, and their fingers interlace. Yeah, it is. We're gonna be here a lot. The Drowned Gallery. To see a shell in a dream represents your need or desire to be protected or sheltered from something in your waking life. Dreaming of cherry blossoms is a symbol of passionate and ardent love. Seeing it in a dream is a great omen, which many interpret as a meeting with one's soulmate. To dream about a pen represents things that are permanent, things you are unwilling to change. Perhaps you have made a decision recently that will affect the rest of your life or are about to. You might have made your mind up about something and there is no room for negotiation. To dream of the color black represents imbalance or excess, a negative thinking pattern or negative situation that is noticeably beyond normal limits. Black most often reflects negative feelings such as fear or behaviors where there is a lack of moderation. There's nothing here. And this teleports you back. Right, on to the next thing. Superliminal theory is the idea that there is a boundless space filled with alternative realities and there are specific weak points in the world that allow multiple realities to touch or overlap. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Let me out. Let me go. Please stop. Just stop. Let go of me. Let go. Let me go. Redacted? Tristy? Rin whines, fanning himself while turning on a third electric fan. How do you survive in this heat? Tristy looks up from his book, clearly undisturbed by the intense summer heat. It's just too cool for this kind of weather. Is that so? Rin sits next to Tristy, passing him a plastic cup filled with cold juice. What you reading? Tristy flashes the cover of the book. Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet. It's a good book. Rin rests his head on Tristy's shoulder. Rin glances over at Tristy's face. His eyebrows furrowed softly in concentration. At that moment, Rin was very aware of the space, rather than near lack of between their two faces, and a dangerous and risky idea enters his head. He didn't go through with it, thankfully. Gay! Don't try to understand. All the papers say that. I want to run away in the biggest way. I want to keep running until I can breathe again. Why is everything so tiring? Why is it so hard to breathe? Why are you dragging me back home? Why can't you just let me run away? Wow, it's so beautiful. I knew you would like it. Yeah. Tristy, you should probably get down from that railing. Wait, Tristy, what are you doing? It's easier to see it this way. Wait, Tristy, you're gonna fall. Get back on this side. What if I did fall? It's so easy for me to just let go. Then I'd be in the water. Of course, you'd jump in to save me. I wouldn't want to burden you like that. Tristy, hey, let's go home now. It's getting late. Alright. Another one. Hey, Tristy. I hope this message finds you well and stuff. Make sure to take your meds. I'll be coming by soon. I know you don't want to talk about what happened last night, but You've been, the things you've been saying, you're worth it, dude. I know things are hard right now, and I want to help. Just call me back whenever you can, okay? I miss you. Hey, Rin. What's up? Actually, never mind. What's on your mind? Well, do you think we'll ever stop being friends? What do you mean? I mean, like, would you ever forget me? Forget us? I don't think that's gonna ever happen, dude. Well, why are you asking? No reason. No reason at all. And there. That's the code we get in Glade. BO6500. You have to find this to access that in Glade. Tristy's room. For first place National Spring Writing Contest 2019, Tristy Reyes. This confirms that Tristy is a writer, and the things that we saw in Glade was because of his writing. Some sort of award. It's such a sunny day. Won't you join me for a stroll on Alki Beach? Haha, leaving notes are super old school, but I'm feeling pretty different today. Ren. Now, here we're in a maze. Once we get to the end, we get more of the story. Angel of Death, Yeviniel. I don't know how to pronounce that. Entity of Sargasso, Tidegate, Demon of Birth, Apollonius. It's you. Everything is alright. All the papers say that, by the way. As you can see, things have taken a kind of dark turn. Various miscellaneous writings, nothing too eye-catching. All the papers say that too. Here we go. You glimpse into the mirror, and you see many high school students walking around the stone and grass of a high school campus. You see Tristy talking to a few other classmates. On the surface, he looked exceptionally brighter, happier even. Ren watched from the doorway, not wanting to interrupt this natural moment. A few minutes pass. Tristy spots Rin and makes his way over to him. As he gets closer, Rin notices how tired Tristy looks. Sup? Hey. Tristy yawns, then rubs his eyes. He seems to sway where he stands. Is everything alright? Just a little tired. Tristy trods closer to Rin and leans heavily on him. Oh, okay, hey, Rin leads Tristy inside and underneath the staircase. He sits Tristy down by the wall. You good? Just a minor headache, I'm fine. Rin sits down next to Tristy, who slumps against him. Tristy's breathing shallows and he falls asleep against Rin, who starts to feel pretty tired himself. Rin reminisces about the time he's had with Tristy. As the clock ticks by, he finds himself cherishing every moment he has with the other. In the short moment in time, they share a private moment under the stairs. And that's okay. Rin knows that he has all the time in the world, and they can take it slow. two boys walking along the waterfront. There are tons of restaurants and businesses along the pier. It's dark and the city is glowed like a starry sky. It smells like seaweed here. I think that's just you. We should get something to eat. Ivers? Ivers. The two boys run off to fetch them food. They spend their time by the water eating in silence, the two occasionally trading glances at each other. Once they finish, Ren and Tristy spend some time looking out into the night sky. It's chilly, but it doesn't bother the two. Wanna go on the Ferris wheel? Isn't that like a couple's thing? Aren't we a couple? Not in the way they mean. Still. Can we just go on a walk then? Sounds good. The two take a night stroll through the city, taking in the sights and the smells. They stop by a couple of stores, Ren constantly being enticed by shiny objects. Tristy sighs and grabs Ren's hands. Exclamation mark. Let's go, nerd. The two exit the store hand in hand and make their way to Ren's car. Wait, one moment. Ren rummages in his pockets, pulling out a fancy, expensive pen. He holds it out to Tristy. I bought it while you weren't looking. Dude, Ren! What? Take it. Ren presses the pen into Tristy's hands. Tristy looks down at the pen and then into Ren's eyes. He sighs. I know what you're trying to do. Huh? What do you mean? If you don't want to hang out with me, it's fine. You don't have to drag me out of my house all the time. It's fine. I'm getting better. Tristy. Ren steps forward, getting closer to Tristy. I do these things because I like being with you. There's a moment of silent understanding exchange between the two. And then Ren closes the gap between himself and Tristy. Fag! They kiss. It was a short, secret, sweet kiss, but it felt like forever to the two. Ren breaks the kiss and steps back, scratching the back off his head. Tristy lets out a long sigh, steps forward and hugs Ren close. Okay, you win. Let's just go home now. The ride to Tristy's place is quiet, as neither of them knew what to say, or what to think, or what today meant for them. There is a barely noticeable inscription on the statue. The pen is mightier than the gods. Don't try to understand. Same papers we've seen. Sludge pours from the window. It smells rotten. Flowers bloom from it. You see one boy sitting on the floor against the wall. Rays of morning light flicker across the room and meet his face. Tristy sighs. His head dips. For a while he stays that way, until Ren walks in. He notices Tristy. He walks over and kneels in front of him. Hey, can I join you? Tristy nods silently. Ren sits right next to him. Hey, can I... Tristy immediately hugs Ren, pressing his face into Ren's shirt. Ren comforts him and he caresses Tristy's hair. Do you want to talk about it? I'm not ready for this. That's okay. It's not that I'm not ready to commit or anything. It's... Tristy sighs, holding Ren tighter. I don't know if I can commit to me. Ren quietly hums, tracing circles on Tristy's back. He kisses the top of Tristy's head. It's alright, don't worry about it. Let's go at our own pace. Everything's alright. Thank you. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. I love you. Tristy untenses and unwinds in Ren's arms. They spend that part of the morning in the tight embrace, as the morning light flickers across the room like dancing flames. Why do you go out of your way to make me happy? I'm just a waste of your time. A waste of everyone's time. Wow, what a beautiful view. I like spending time by the water. I'm just wasted space. One day, you will be face to face with whatever saw fit to let you exist in the universe, and you will have to justify the space you filled. Okay. You have your entire life ahead of you. Why do you focus so much on me? Maybe if I pretend I'm fine, you'll stop worrying. This is where I need to be right now. Why is it still raining? I did everything I was supposed to. Because everything's okay when I'm around you. You see two boys walking along a concrete path in between two lanes of cherry blossom trees. Rin, look at them, they're so pretty. Yeah, so magical. Yeah. Rin runs off to collect some sweet cherry blossom leaves. Rin, what are you? Oh, dude. Rin had thrown a handful of cherry blossom petals at Tristy's face. Huh. Dude. The two sit down on a nearby bench. Tristy sighs and takes out a book from his bag and begins to read. Is this a new one? Yeah, The Night Circus. It's a good read. Well, I know that. I consider you a great judge of literature quality. Shut up. It's true. Tristy smiles and leans his head on Rin's shoulder. They stay like this for an hour until Tristy feels something on his head. Huh? It's not my best work. Tristy feels around his head and takes off a flower crown. It's so pretty. You should keep it somewhere safe before all the petals go gross. You know, I could try and preserve them with one of those chemical sprays. Wow, you really must like it. Well, I really like everything you make, so... Sap. Nerd. Rin laughs and wraps his arm around Tristy. Together, they watch the cherry blossom petals fall, and at that moment, Tristy truly believes that this is where he needed to be. They stay this way until the sun begins to set. And that's it. There's way more to this, by the way. In the server of the creator, there's a bunch of bonus works. I do not think they relate to the story, but they might. I will check them out, though. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it.